What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 4. Now, I was asked by a couple people to talk about this. I found the article, and my God, there's stuff here to discuss. So, I guess to start it out, as you guys probably saw from the title, I don't think this is going to happen. I doubt it. I think it's very unlikely. All of the above phrases you can say. But what a strange world it would be if we had it, and I think this would be a pretty fun conversation to have. So basically, this comes from Express, okay? Now, I know that they're not all that great. They sometimes get things right. They sometimes don't get things right themselves, okay? That's what I've seen, even on, like, the Johnny Depp, actually, I think they've talked about Pirates of the Caribbean kind of situations in the past, and people have told me, like, yeah, they're okay. They're not, like, amazing, but they're not we got this covered, basically. But this is not really from them. They talk about other sources in this article. So basically they say that Tobey Maguire is going to be in Doctor Strange 2. Okay, he'll have a role in that movie, which would reunite him with Sam Raimi. And then after that movie comes out, there's interest. I guess there's interest now, but like nothing really will happen until afterwards. They make sure to clarify that. They say the outlet clarified that their source says neither Maguire nor Raimi are signed on for the project. So there's interest, but they're not nothing is concrete whatsoever, which I would say definitely protects them in case something goes bad and this actually doesn't happen, right? Then they could say, well, we did just say that basically there was interest there to do it, not that it will actually happen because neither of them really signed on for the role. So that's pretty much it. That's the rumor going on. I think the idea of doing it obviously stems from Zack Snyder of doing Justice League and restoring the Raimi-verse and all that stuff that's floating around. Now, look, I've made the controversial comment in the past that I really don't care whatsoever about that original trilogy. I know a lot of people look to Spider-Man 2 specifically probably as like maybe their best or their favorite Spider-Man movie. I watched all three. I watched them actually plenty of times. I've never liked them. I've never liked that portrayal of Spider-Man. I've never liked those movies. I think him crying every 5 minutes about Uncle Ben dying really turned me off when I was just a young lad watching this film. But no, I with that being said, don't take it the wrong way. I respect the heck out of people that say how much they love it. I know how much it means to people. Okay, completely. And I love Spider-Man. It's not like, oh, I'm such a. I would love for people to say like, oh, you're just not a fan, because I've talked about Spider-Man quite often on this channel. So I am a fan. I do like Spider-Man, but I just never got into these movies. But what I will say is I'd be 1,000% down for this movie. I think there is a between a 0 to 1% chance that this movie ends up happening. I really, Tobey Maguire, I was thinking, how old's the guy? I believe he's 45 years old. So to have him come back, again, nothing wrong with it. And in fact, people are saying like, well, I don't know if it would work, like him leading his own Spider-Man movie again. Well, if he was going to be in Spider-Man, No Way Home or Doctor Strange 2, which is definitely possible. Like whether or not these people are like, take that completely out. I think there has been a lot of speculation and thought that he could be in one of those two movies. Like if he was in that, he would it's the same thing. Like you're still having an older Spider-Man. I guess okay, well that's different because that's like a cameo. That's him, doing his own thing versus him leading his own movie. So I guess I understand that. I'd be okay with it. The thing is, you're never gonna get. I did see people making this argument. You would never get the Spider-Man 4 that we would have gotten back however many, like 15 years ago, right? You're never going to get the same thing now that you would have back then. It would have to be completely reworked, and actually entirely reworked, because again, you're just dealing with such a jump in age and such a long time has passed. Like those movies, you can't, I would think you just can't pick up where you left off with Spider-Man 3. You just would not be, like that Spider-Man 3, you just would not be able to do it. So it's definitely fun to think about. Like, again, like if it happened, I think the world would explode. I think that it would make a lot of money. I think that people would be very excited for it. I don't think it would be guaranteed to be good. I'd say I guess my opinion doesn't maybe necessarily count because I didn't like the original 3, but I would say it would not be guaranteed that it's going to be like amazing or anything. But I think much like all these things, if they wanted to do it, or if they want to do it like right now, let them try it. I think, again, you would make money. So, like, if Spider-Man always, no matter what, Spider-Man does make money, okay? I guess very small, like, you have to be astronomically bad in order for those movies to break even or to actually lose money, right? So I think if you wanted to do it, I think you'd have the fans behind you. I think enough people would want to see Tobey Maguire back. Also, I guess, again, the idea is, and they talk about in that article, is like you would see Tobey already in a movie as Spider-Man, like in the next year or so with either Spider-Man or Doctor Strange. So you're not like pulling this out of your hat and saying, hey, blank years after Spider-Man 3 is out, like we're ready to do Spider-Man 4. It's like, oh, that came out of left field. Nobody's asking for this. Nobody wants it. To be fair, it's actually, you know what I mean? It's not that. It's, at the worst, he's not in either of these movies, but fans, I mean, definitely, I think, are getting themselves excited because we think that he could be. And then if he is, I think it's just, oh my, you know what I mean? Like, the excitement from people is going to be like, dear Jesus Christ, like, he's back. It's awesome. Like this is so great to see him again. Hopefully, that's what we're all saying, right? And then I think you can take that and move it into his own standalone movie. But again, as other people have probably said as well, it would probably just be one and done. Like, he was originally going to end it at 4 anyway, which is kind of odd. I don't like movies ending on that kind of... why would you end a movie on 4 anyway? But doesn't matter. I guess Uncharted did that in the gaming world, and I have nothing bad to say about the Uncharted franchise, but I think it would be the same thing. I don't think you'd be trying to spin it for like, okay, let's make a 4, 5, 6. Let's make a new trilogy. I mean, if you make a 4, 5, you might as well make a 6 at that point, but if you're only making 4 and you're deciding like, okay, this is it, then you just do that. So, fun to think about, fun to imagine to see him again. I mean, it definitely would be something very special. It's a wait and see thing. I would, it's fun to talk about. It's fun to, again, like get our minds going, but it is such a long shot, in my opinion, that I wouldn't say it's like not even worth talking about because I did just make a video on it. Like, currently I'm recording it, but I do think it's a pretty long shot to actually end up happening. Okay, so let me know, guys, in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think it could happen? Do you think Tobey could be in whether it's, again, Spider-Man No Way Home or Doctor Strange 2? Let me know in the comments below. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. We're pushing really hard for 50,000 subscribers. We're getting there. And we have a lot of things planned when we do hit 50,000. So make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, podcastnow15 is my Twitter handle. Link for that's in the description below, as always, or you can just look me up on Twitter. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.